Ron Kamonohashi, episode 4 on The Murderer is in the room and no one has left. Who done it? To set up Ron to become a detective temporarily, which is all such a setup. There's a lot of important information that happens in episode 4, mainly towards the end. In the beginning of episode 4, Ron tells everyone he will not be the one to actually solve the case. Ishiki will be. Ishiki is in shock. I don't know why he is. He should be used to Ron by now. Ron talks to them all on why Amamiya is innocent. She did not arrive in a taxi. She walked all the way to this hot spring alone. The secret story of this place is only in a pamphlet from the taxi. Amamiya could not have recommitted the crime in the story because she doesn't know the story. Ron says this all as if Ishiki is telling him secretly the answers. The guests do believe that Ishiki is the one that came up with this, who Ishiki is just standing there quietly while Ron is talking. Even the man from Blue believes this. What? One of the women say she saw a white mist last night by the river. Ron walks over and sees the ping pong ball from last night. Looks like the leaves got into the hot spring because the rain gutter was washed away. Ron and Ishiki see a bath mat outside. Mamiya goes to Ishiki and tries to thank him for proving her innocence earlier. She cannot actually say the words thank you. She's kind of annoyed that Ishiki is the only one here right now with her, even though she does say she trusts Ishiki to solve this, mainly because he is the only one here. Mamiya, as one of the people in question, cannot solve this, so she says Ishiki has to. It makes me so happy that no one questioned why Ron was talking as if he was Ishiki. They all believe Ishiki is the one finding the clues. Mama makes a comment how she still cannot believe she walked into the wrong bath last night. This interests Ron on why this happened, which is another clue. Ron is so cool when he flips his hair out of his eyes, and Mamiya falls for him even more, and she passes out from it. Police officers arrive and look at the scene. The man from Blue follows Ron and spies on him through the walls. Ishiki returns to the room and Ron asks, "What's going on? What new information is there?" Ishiki says they are calling it heart failure. The husband has confirmed his wife does have heart problems. Ron knows he is being watched and followed. He slams his fist into the wall, saying there is a bug, and the loud sound was directly where the man from Blue was listening. The man from Blue has his eardrums blown out temporarily, so Ron and Ishiki can talk a little more in detail. He asks Ishiki about if there is any other information. Ishiki says the heart failure was because the temperature from outside and inside was so different it caused the wife to go into shock. Since Ron is no longer being listened in on, he tells Ishiki he is not surprised. He figured this would happen. Ron is not surprised by anything. He is the Sherlock Holmes. Ishiki is Watson. Ron tells Ishiki he will have to talk to everyone again. Ishiki talks while Ron says nothing this time. Ishiki says the husband did it, which I am really surprised. I thought the man from Blue would have been the murderer, or at least not the person who killed the wife, but probably paid someone to kill her. The murderer had to be someone who knew the victim had a weak heart. The wife wears glasses, and without them, it is easy to set up a trap. The husband placed a bath mat on the top of the stairs so she would fall into the water. This was cold water. The husband overheard Ron and Ishiki say they would play ping pong. This allowed the husband to swap the men and women sign to set everything up. The husband used rain gutters to have the cold river water flow into the hot spring water, while another rain gutter let out the hot water. This is why there was white mist last night. This is why the wife, when she felt cold water, could not escape, because she basically fell through the water like jumping into a pool, shocked the system. If she would have stepped on the stairs, she would have felt the water was cold and gotten out, and only her foot would be wet. But because her whole body was wet, that gave her the shock. This also explains why Amamiya walked into the hot spring with Ishiki and Ron there. Ishiki says the proof is the husband's fingerprints on the women's sign. He is a male and should only have used the men's bath. There is no reason why his fingerprints should be on the women's bath. The husband says Ishiki is correct, which I was so wrong about the man from Blue. I thought the man from Blue, again, would have been behind all this. I mean, he definitely has the attitude and vibes that he is scheming something, and yet he wasn't? Like, how did he know all of this would have happened? It definitely is too weird. The man from Blue still had to know all of the guests here, the husband and wife, maybe would have like fought each other, someone would have died. Like, there's no way the man from Blue knew nothing, and this is all a coincidence. This murder was an affair love murder story. The woman who said she saw the mist last night is the one who had the affair with the husband. The woman says she never directly told the husband to kill his wife. Amelia and Ishiki are mad that the wife was killed all because an affair. The husband is arrested. Ishiki sees Ron standing in the woods and then disappear. Ishiki goes to find Ron. Ron is tied up in a tree. The man from Blue did it all. His name is Spitfire. He is here to investigate Ron and says Ron solved the case, even though Ron tells him Ishiki did it all. And he knows he was being followed all the way to the supermarket to when he won the raffle. Spitfire says he knows Ishiki is not smart. He couldn't have solved this case, Ron solved the case. Ishiki feels so helpless that not only Ron, but now Spitfire agrees that Ishiki is not smart. They both just say he's not a good detective. Ron says Spitfire has no proof that it was Ron. Ron just goes off on Spitfire on how he sucks as an instructor. He says Spitfire revealed himself to the enemy. That's something you do not do. He decided to pose as a worker, which was unnecessary since Ron doesn't know him. And he was following Ron in the store. He just says that sucked because Ron knew it right away. Spitfire says he actually needs Ron's help. He has family missing and wants Ron to help him. Even though Ron learned details about a case, he says no. Him working with a Blue instructor will get him caught. Spitfire says he will tell Blue Ron is not doing detective work and will help Ron use Ishiki to solve cases. Spitfire leaves by using a whip to travel from tree to tree. The people from Blue are so odd in the best way. I love the way Ron and Spitfire act. Spitfire will secretly be helping Ron solve cases through Ishiki. I was wrong about Spitfire. I never guessed he actually admired Ron and wanted Ron to like him to help him find family. Ron solving Spitfire's case will happen in a few more episodes, hopefully. I don't want season 1 to end without the answer. Not all animes get a season 2. If they do, it will be a while before it comes out. I enjoy this anime because it's a serious topic like murder solved in the best weird ways possible with odd detectives. Oh, did anyone notice Ron did not kill the husband? When Ishiki said the husband did it, explained it, and the husband said, yes, you're right, I did it, Ron did not say anything. It was Ishiki. Ishiki said, how dare you, husband? Like, how could you kill someone over an affair? Ron was quiet the whole entire time. I'm hoping in next episode they talk about that Ron or Ishiki realized that after solving a case, Ron did not tell him to die, did not tell the person who was guilty to die. Ron was quiet and moved on. So that was very important this episode, as well as learning Spitfire is actually there not against Ron, but for Ron. A super long episode, but as I said towards the end, all of it was very important for the future. Go share this video and subscribe to my channel. It helps me grow. Thank you.